So, I'm starting my next podcast here. This is podcast number 2. Welcome. My name is Jenny. I kind of want to go over a couple things today. Kind of riled up today. I had a good day at work, as always. Usually, I have a good day at work. I help people. What is there not to love about your job when you help people all day? Let's be honest. Let's be real here, people. Let's get down to business. I have a couple topics I want to talk about. So let's break this down. Love. Love is the first topic on my list. There's so many things about love. Love can be so many different meanings. There's so much more that goes into love than just, I love you. You know what I mean? I mean, there's a love of a friend. There's a love of a girlfriend. There's a love of an animal. There's the love of an object. There's so many different kinds of love out there. It's hard to distinguish what is love, what is in love, what is materialistic love, what is any kind of love, really. I mean, really think about that. You can say, oh, I love this phone. I love this, this e-cig. I love lamp. Let's put it that way. People, like, let's go back to that. I love lamp. But really, though, it all comes down to actually, like, caring deeply about something. I mean, that's what I think. I believe love is the caring about something more than just, you actually give a shit. Like, if you love something, then you won't just throw it aside. If you love a friendship, if you love, your phone, you're gonna take care of that object. You're gonna take care of that item. You can like something all day long, but the minute you love something, put a little bit more effort into it. If you're in love with someone, if you're in love with something, then care about that thing. Be in love. Choose where your fucks are given. That's another thing on my list. Fucks, people. Fucks. Choose where your fucks are given. I just watched a video on YouTube, and it kind of made me realize that too. It's just like, the gentleman video. It's just like, oh, this guy's blah, blah, doing this and this and this. He's posting all of his stuff to social media. That's another one of my topics, but I'll get into that in a minute. But choose where your fucks are given. Honestly, people, I mean, we have so much to worry about in the day. We have our job. We have our friends. We have the dramas of life. I mean, there's bills. There's kids. There's so much. There's so much going on in our life that you really do have to decipher where your fucks are given. I mean, choose to care about something. Choose to care about this. Choose to do this. If you don't like your job, don't be at your job. Don't be a fuck at your job because, you're representing a company. I mean, it's like I represent Apple, and it's like when I work for Apple, I want to show that I care about Apple products, and the people on the phone can tell I care about Apple products. But when you're on the phone and you're just like blah blah blah, I don't give a fuck about my job, then yeah, obviously you're gonna suck at your job, and people are gonna tell that you suck at your job. I mean, if you hate something, change it. Change everything in your life. Change whatever you want to change in your life. If you have something that you don't like in your life, change it. Choose where your fucks are given, man. Seriously. So many people ask me oh, how do you do what you do? I mean, I go into public every day dressed full female, and I sound like a dude. I mean, and I try my best to look the best I possibly can, but I know that some days I have my bad days. I have my days that I don't want to look pretty. I don't want to fucking do anything, and that's when my fucks are given. Like, I don't give a fuck. So I'm going to go into public with a half a beard, and if people look at me, go F yourself, man. Like, I do so much. I try so hard every day. It's like, why can't I have a day like girls do? You put on your sweats and you go to the fucking store. Why can't I have a day like that without getting stared at by everybody? It doesn't happen. But guess what? I don't give a fuck. I don't choose to give a fuck. I don't let those people bug me. I don't let anybody else take me down. I mean, people can say such positive things to me, and it's good. It's awesome. I love the support. I love all of my friends. I do. But at the same time, it's like, I'm going to do what I do with or without your support. And I don't mean that to be a bitch, but I do what I do for me. I chose to do this I wake up every day and I choose to put on my girl clothes. I chose to throw away all my dude stuff. I mean, I chose this for myself. I choose to be happy, to be myself. I spoke to a lesbian. It's just like she said that all of her friends disowned her basically when she came out, and it's like that's not okay. I mean, everybody wants to be themselves, and especially nowadays with the millennials. I mean, the millennials alone, we're taking over. I mean, we're doing things that were unheard of. We're being individuals. We're being ourselves. How crazy is that? How crazy is it to be yourself? I mean, to be open, to be, gay used to be shunned down upon. Transsexuals used to be shit all over. And now in this millennial day, you can come out and feel comfortable. You have this full support. There's people out there that are here for us. There's people out there for you and your friends and your family and everybody that's there for you. I mean, if you don't have a support group, then fuck your friends. Fuck the people in your life. Choose where your fucks are given. Find people that care about you. And if you can't find anybody that cares about you, care about yourself. And then people will start caring about you because it shows. It shows when you care about yourself. When I was down on myself, people didn't care. And now I'm up on myself, people are like, wow, you look so much happier. You look so much better. Like, you look so much more like me. I'm myself, finally. I finally get to be me. So that's one thing I really want to go over is like just choosing where your fucks are given, man. Like choose where your fucks are given. Don't let people bring you down. Don't let society bring you down. Don't let anybody get you down. I mean, and that's the next thing I was going to go into is social media. I know I'm kind of like cutting them in and out, but I have a lot of topics. Social media, for me, I'm the biggest fucking POS on there. I mean, I say don't get on social media. I say don't do this, don't do that, and here I am posting this and posting that and writing my blogs, and I haven't done that in a while, and doing my podcasts and talking to no one and doing this for who? For me? For you? For us? I mean, really, I'm doing this for me, really, I am. I have a lot of things that I like to talk about, and a lot of people out they support me, and they're there for me, and they kind of tell me that they'd listen to my podcast if I ever made one. So I was inclined to start doing a podcast, to say the least. But I'm doing it for me too. It's a good confidence thing. I want to get on stage. I want to put myself out there. I want to be a comedian. I want to I want to get out there. But social media. Let's go back to social media real quick. Social media it can be the best, it can be the worst, it can be everything. Again, choose where your fucks are given. One of the biggest things for me is like when people are hanging out and they're on social media, I mean, is not the conversation that's in front of you just a little bit more important than what could be on social media in the next 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 hours. I mean, unless somebody removes it, but then if they remove it, then they didn't, they posted it, they're pissed off, they unposted it. It's like people do that shit all the fucking time. I mean, we do this to ourselves. We're scared to talk to people. There's so many people with anxiety. There's so many people that are afraid to go out and do stuff, and we're so concerned about everybody on social media, like, oh, did this photo get liked? Did this get liked? Did this happen? And did anybody reply to this? And you're always constantly checking and Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat, and we're all over these different devices, and we're looking for mates. We're using dating apps and all of this shit. And where do people actually meeting in person anymore? I mean, people are so scared to go out into public. I mean, especially with the shootings and the fucking fires and all the destruction happening in the world right now. We're so inclined to just stay inside and hide and cower and hide behind our little screens and talk to people over social media and say we're friends. But we never see each other, and it's just shit like that. Like, and people making plans and blowing you off. It's just like, okay, man. Like, I work from home. I don't have a social life. I mean, I do, but I work from home. I don't have the benefit of going to work and seeing people, and I don't get that benefit every day. And I chose that for myself, but I also get to see my friends almost every day. People come over here and they visit me, and I'm communicating, and like, I don't get on my phone unless I'm replying for something, for business or whatever I have to do. But I don't get on my phone. I don't get on social media when people are over here. I don't browse around and look for something to distract myself because it's disrespectful. You're in a conversation with someone. You're in a room with someone. You have another human being in the same room. You are face to face with someone, and you are choosing to look at a screen, and whatever's on there is more important than what's happening in the room, obviously, and that shouldn't be how it is. I mean, we need to reconnect with people. We're social beings. We are created all, I mean, not equally, individually, but we all have the same ground. We all have the same, roots. We were all created the same. We were all semen at one point in time, people. We all were born through love or some way, shape, or form of love. I mean, that's just how we are. We crave love. We want love. We want to be needed. We want to be loved. We want to be social. We're social beings, but yet technology and phones and social media are taking that away from us. They're taking that away from us, and we're not necessarily taking away from us, but we're taking away from ourselves. We're pushing ourselves into being, these hermits, these people that hide behind our screens, and we barely look up anymore. I mean, half the time we're driving, people are on their phones, people are fucking with shit. They're distracted at all times. We have to be distracted. I am no saint. I have to listen to music. I have to be distracted. If I don't, then I feel like the world is crumbling in on me. I mean, it happens to all of us. And the feeling of loneliness sucks, you know what I mean? I mean, we all hate being alone. We do. And there's times when we want to be left alone, but most times we don't like being alone. I mean, a lot of people reach out and they want people to notice us, and that we want to get noticed on social media. We want the attention, but when we get the attention, we're scared. We don't know what to do with it. We don't know what to do when we have someone in the same room with us. Like we don't know how to react. We don't know how to interact. It's becoming non-existent anymore. We don't know how to react around each other anymore. We don't know how to be human beings anymore. I love my job because I get to help people. I get to interact with people. I talk to people on the phones all day, and I get to learn about people's lives, and I get to physically talk to them over the phone. When's the last time you had a 2-hour conversation with someone on the phone? Unless you work for a telemarketing company, you know what I mean, or you work on the phones. When's the last time you called up your friend and was like, you know what? I'm gonna talk to you for like 2 fucking hours, motherfucker. We're gonna talk about everything. Nah, it's all about text and Snapchat and Facebook Messenger. I love it all. I love it all. I do. I'm guilty as charged as well. But it's taking over our lives, and there's a point where we need to just step back and be like, you know what? I don't need this. I need to pay attention to the person I'm with. I need to put my phone away for just a couple minutes and enjoy the time I'm spending with the person that I'm in the room with. Too many times I go out to dinner and I see people, couples, that's the worst. I see couples, sitting at a table, enjoying their food, and they're like, oh, did you see that post on Facebook? Did you see that post on Facebook? Oh my God, did you see what so-and-so said? They're sitting across from each other. I mean, seriously, and they're both on Facebook, and I'm talking like this wasn't even a young couple. This is like, somebody in their mid-30s, a married couple, and they're talking about Facebook over dinner. Like, do you have nothing else going on in your life? You don't have nothing else going on in your day that you need to talk about someone else's day? You need to talk about what was posted to Facebook? You need to be engulfed in your phones while you're at dinner? I mean, I just can't believe it. I just can't believe it. And I'm not exactly sure how long this is, but this is long enough for me. I have a couple more things I want to go over, but I'm not going to go over them right now. I'll go over them another time, but this will conclude my my second podcast. And thanks for listening, everybody. Again, my name was Jenny, and this is kind of like my rants and raves, my podcast, my life, and just my thoughts and views on what the hell's going on, people. Let's wake up and smell the coffee. If you don't drink coffee, have some Mountain Dew. If you don't drink, or Mountain Dew, whatever, soda in general. If you don't drink soda, crack yourself open a bottle of fucking Dasani, man. Enjoy some water or some tea, whatever your cup of, whatever it is. Wake up. We need to realize what's going on around us. The news slanders everything. I mean, social media slanders everything, and we're just so closed-minded. Like, open up, realize. Let's do something about it, people. Let's do something. I'll probably post another podcast on Sunday because I'm doing one again with Kyle, my main man Kyle. He got a new mic. It's gonna be way fun. I'm not cutting and editing any of this, so this is all live podcasts. It's no cuts, no breaks, no nothing. So this is all just me ranting and raving, just talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. I could talk your ear off. If I could, I would talk your ear off. But I will save it for Sunday. So, again, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening to my podcast, and enjoy.